Hi everyone, this week it's going to be the Hilula of very famous Yemenite rabbi of the name Rabbi Yitzchak Gavra. Very, very famous, and much can be said about him. He actually came from a line in his family where there were 16 generations of Rabbonim before him. He was, I believe, reported over to be the 17th generation of rabbis, all naturally probably from Yemen. I have to double check that for another thing. He was actually born in the year 1864 in an area in Yemen called Asowaad, which is actually a place I've spoken about before, which we just did. It was just a hilula just over last week of Rabbi Yosef Kapach, also, who was a famous Yemenite rabbi also. Actually, in his youth, he started learning a huge amount of Torah under the auspices of both his father and his grandfather, who were both very, very big, prominent Rabbonim, also in Yemen. Then later on, at a later stage, while he was learning huge amounts of Torah and everything else, he actually became a proficient mohel. He was able to perform many, many circumcisions. Hundreds, it was reported, over he actually did inside the Yemenite territories. And he was also became an expert Kabbalist. He was an expert learner. He was very, very well known for a phenomenal memory he had with regards to all the Torah learning he was doing. For example, he knew the entire Mishnah HaRambam off by heart, including the 6 sets of Mishnayot. Also, he was learning Talmud. He was and also became an expert Kabbalist. On top of all the learning, he would actually recite the whole of Tehillim 26 times a week, 26 times a week, which is absolutely astounding to do. And he also, when he was living in Yemen during his years, he was an expert shochet over there when it came to the dinim of slaughtering, and he was able to slaughter animals. And he became the rabbi of the city after he was orphaned, after both his father and grandfather passed away. He actually became the rabbi of this prominent, huge Torah area in Yemen over there, where he was seen as a great rabbi that was helping strengthen the Torah inside the community. And as Paul came to him, he was able to help so many people with various great acts of kindness and chesed he did inside the area. And later stage, he would actually make aliyah and move to Israel at the time. And this was before the state had actually been formed at that point in time. I believe he moved to an abandoned Arab village in an area called Ajur. This is a place nowadays where a lot of Kurdistani Jewish people have moved to in modern day. It's a huge moshav nowadays. It's actually very near my area here. This is actually live in Bet Shemesh. Maybe you could actually see the area right behind me with the skylight of this city. So he moved to this area called Ajur over there. And over there, he actually moved there with his sons, Rabbi David and Rabbi Yahya. Over there, and they did a huge amount of Torah work inside this moshav, this settlement that blossomed in Israel at probably near the time of the formation of the state, where they built mikvaot there. They strengthened the community there. They did a lot of huge amounts of kiruv over there, and it became a prominent place where a lot of Jewish people settled. Baruch Hashem, thank God. And he would, with all the chesed he did over there and everything else, he actually sadly passed away around in the year 1949 or 1950. We're talking about in the first couple of years of the actual state of the Midanat Yisrael being formed in 1948. He passed away in that point. He actually knew before he passed away that he was going to pass away. And but what's interesting is, before he passed away, he requested that he would be buried very, very near his house where he was living inside the moshav itself. And the funeral was a huge funeral. Many people accompanied him. However, as the years went on in this settlement area, the government, they wanted to refurbish it. They wanted to plow it, let's just say, or something like that. But what was interesting was that as they were trying to, let's just say, revamp it or refurbish it at the time, they actually weren't aware that the kever, this burial plot, was over there. So as they were before they were coming near it, a lot of miracles happened, and that prevented the people from renovating that specific area where he was renovated. Huge miracles, astounding miracles prevented different people from doing it, and they realized at that point that there's something very, very holy in this place. And obviously it became well known that there was a great rabbi that was actually buried over there. This was reported to one major source, and actually nowadays it's become like a huge pilgrimage festival, a pilgrimage area, where every year in his Hilula on the 21st of Tammuz, thousands of people in Israel come from all over the country and pray at the kever of the tzaddik, of the burial spot of the great tzaddik, and pray for so much salvation. And countless of miraculous stories has occurred when the tefillot had been answered of the people. For example, people that were looking for shidduch, for example, to get married, or many different salvation requests were given inside this plot, and became like a huge pilgrimage area where people prayed there and daven for all sorts of salvations on especially the time of Zilula, which actually is in the area called Ajur, which is a settlement, a Kurdistani Jewish settlement here in Israel, very, very near me. So I very much recommend anyone that's in Israel to come and visit, or even if someone is outside of Israel, to come and visit this this place over here. And it's Zilula this week. At the moment it's 21st of Tammuz. Here we are, it's just on the eve of his Hilula, so please light candles in memory, learn about him. There's a lot written in Hebrew, not much written in English online, so look at the books. He was one of the famous Yemenite rabbis, and with a lot of huge great yichus, and it really left his mark, and left the mark. Let's just say that when there was a formation of the state, you know, without all these great rabbanim especially, and these people that came in, and the huge amount of work they did in different cities, different settlements, the country would look different nowadays. Maybe a lot of the Torah flourishing, a lot of the let's just say the character of the state has been built up from these great rabbanim that Baruch Hashem that have come. So this is like probably the 70th video I've already done in the series of the great Sephardi rabbanim, and now we are talking about in the territories of Yemen today. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please look over the other videos I've done about the other great Sephardi rabbanim over the yesteryear. Also this week, just today, this Shabbat, it was the Hilula of a very famous Persian rabbi, Rav Ben Zion Abba Shaul, also, which you can look back in my video archive within regards to the videos of it. So guys, I wish you all a fantastic day. Bezrat Hashem, a Shavuot Vrach, and just good things, Bezrat Hashem. And yeah, I would like to dedicate this video in memory of, I think it's a Shloshim of Raphael Benjamin Ben Margalit, who sadly passed away a month ago. Also, so may this be in his zchut, Bezrat Hashem, in his memory also. Guys, have a fantastic day, Shavuot Tov, and a fantastic week from Israel. Bye.